the time is now 6:30. I slept okay. I slept fine. I was all right. 6:35. I've got to get to breakfast for 7:30, and I think I'm just gonna have to brave that shower because I just feel minging after yesterday being in the car, and yeah, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna freeze. It's like 2 degrees at the moment. It's really cold. I really don't want to get out of this bed. So yeah, let's see. Right, see you next one. That is so cold. Jesus Christ. Right, wish me luck, I'm gonna do it. So, let's update you. The shower wasn't too bad, actually. That was alright. It was freezing, but I managed. First side note, okay, so I've literally just looked at my cash that I got from that exchange in Jamal Fanar, and this was my rate. I did 500, but I got 63,000, which works out as, you can't see it, but it only works out as £492. So I paid 500, so obviously they've taken about well, they're taking about 7 quid. I've got dyscalculia, by the way. I really struggle with numbers, so if you laugh at me, fine, but it's just me. I'm going to struggle. So this is not going to be a maths vlog, unfortunately, because that is not my forte. But yeah, you do get quite a lot. I'm literally going to live like a queen because everything is very cheap. I've drawn out £500 worth of rand. Dirhams. I need a coffee, so I'm going to bring some money with me downstairs because I guarantee they will be like, oh, this is going to cost money as well. So drinks are not free. You have to buy your own drinks, but your breakfast is. So I'm going to put on some mascara, look a little bit more presentable, and then I'm going to get myself a coffee. Yes. Okay. BRB.
Honey. Those we just trust. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself again. My name is Ali, and you can just feel free to call me Babali, kind of a username. Okay, and I'm about to be a local guide for the next coming 2 hours or 3 hours around this valley in general, in which we are going to discover a lot of things together. Of course, welcome right now to the center of the southeastern of Morocco. Welcome to this village or this small city, which has 2 names. There is Tinghir and there is Tudra. And of course, Tinghir, it's the populated, uphill area, and Tudra, it's completely the natural oasis. This is a oasis. And of course, you know, your plan for today, it's going to start right now here. We are about to walk out, to chill out, to, you know, hang out a little bit around those gardens. And of course, I'm going to explain a little bit about the agricultural system, what kind of plants, what kind of trees that people, you know, grow up and of course plant over here. Of course, we are going to see how people, they manage to irrigate those gardens based on, you know, two techniques of system of irrigation, how they manage to irrigate these gardens. Of course, I will, you know, shed the light over some cultural forms which have been practiced here by multiple people. And of course, after that, we will be moving to visit one of the most oldest ancient castles in this city, or in this small city, which was built in the 16th century. Of course, right now it's under a program of valorization and reconstruction, and it was a symbolic area in which two communities lived together in peace and tolerance in the past. Here I'm talking about Jewish and Muslims. They were living together in the same, in multiple castles, in multiple tribes, you know. And of course, they were completely the same. They were speaking the same language, which is the local one, Tamazight or Berber language. Of course, they were completely having all the religious rights. Of course, Jewish, they were having their synagogues, their cemeteries, and Muslims, they were having their mosques and their cemeteries also. You are going to meet some, you know, Berber women. Of course, they are only illiterate women, by the way. They haven't been to school, but they, you know, how to use authentic and traditional materials, you know, come brought from the gardens in order to weave handmade products, you know, in general. And of course, over there you are going to enjoy drinking some cups of mint tea in general. You are going to feel a little bit warm, and of course you are going to enjoy taking some pictures and videos with them and being, you know, explained about the process of how they use all those, you know, all those techniques and all those materials in general.
Yes.
So let's move on. Here, there is everything you are going to find in the north side and in the south side. And Tudra Valley or Tudra Oasis is a oasis of about 45 kilometers in length and more than 4 kilometers in wide. And of course, it is separated to three horizons, as I mentioned, horizons. There is the central horizon, and there is the north horizon, and there is the south horizon. Here, most of the gardens, they are completely owned by different members, and those different members, they belong to different families, and those families, they belong to different tribes. That means we are right now in a tribal society, just like most of the southeastern, you know, southeastern side of Morocco. Here there are more than 32 tribes. They belong to Tudra Oasis tribes. Of course, those tribes, they are speaking one language, by the way, which is of course Tamazight or Berber language, and of course they are all Muslims, and of course, you know, they are getting married between each other. They are, you know, getting married between each other. That means they have multiple connections. You might find a member in the north side, you know, is married to a wife in the south side, and the contrary. A woman in the north side is married to a man in the south side or in the middle side. Of course, geographically right now we are located between, you know, two series of mountains in Morocco, because right now we are in the north corridor to the High Atlas Mountains. That's the High Atlas, the series of the High Atlas Mountains over there. You know, are the highest ones in Morocco. They started from Agadir and they ended inside the Algerian territories. Of course, the highest peak exists just 170 kilometers away from Marrakesh. It's called Toubkal. It's about 4,170 meters of the altitude. But here we are nearby the second highest one in Morocco or in North Africa in general. It's called Jebel Mgoun. Jebel Mgoun is the second highest peak in Morocco, which is about 4,073 meters of the altitude. The south side, there is the Anti-Atlas Mountains, the story of the Anti-Atlas Mountains over there. And the mountain over there, it's called Jebel of Sagro, or the Mountain of Sagro, which is about 2,700 meters of the altitude. And of course, the anti-atlas, they completely started from Tiznit, from the south, west of Morocco, and they completely ended before the desert in general. Of course, those are the oldest ancient mountains in North Africa because they goes back to the volcanic era in general. Of course, they contain one of the most deadly and venomous scorpions and snakes in Morocco in general. And of course, they were completely a compass. They were used as a compass in the past by multiple caravans in order to arrive to the big desert, in order to continue their journeys to Timbuktu, to Mali, to Senegal, the mountains in general. So this is, you can own a garden by the process of inheritance. The matter of being educated about that. In 16th century, but of course right now it's under a program of reconstruction and renovation because 20 years ago most of the buildings here, they were about to be collapsed and destroyed, and some of them, they were right now, or they have been impacted by the last earthquake, by the way, especially old buildings who are not really resided by anyone, but they were completely destructed, and of course this place has a name because every castle in the southeast of Morocco has a name. This is the tribe of Ait al-Hajjali, or Ighram Ait al-Hajjali, and of course Ighram means a tribe, and Ait al-Hajjali is just the name of the first family, as stories says, the name of the first family who came here in the 16th century and started creating an ally. And the ally was formed of multiple families who came after that first family and created the name of Ait al-Hajjali, and of course the tribe of Ait al-Hajjali. You can see buildings, they are attached, which completely symbolizes the unity of families. They were completely united. They were, helping each other. That's why they were completely attached, because there were conflicts between tribes in the past, and people, they were in a need to create such castles circulated with multiple walls and attached kasbahs inside here. This is a teddert. We call it teddert or takhant. Teddert, it's kind of a big building in which all the members of the family living together, starting from the grandfather, grandmother, their sons, their wives, and their siblings, living in only one building like this. More than 30 members living in the same building in general. Of course, most of the people you are going to see over here, they are not really the real owners, but they were just given those buildings by the real owners as kind of solidarity. Because whenever you visit a tribal society, you have to remember that one of the most beautiful advantages which is existed in such tribal societies is just solidarity. People, they are helping each other. Here you cannot really die by hunger. You cannot really suffer. You cannot really, of course people, they are poor, they are humble, but no one is going to die by hunger. No one is going to, no one is going to stay without a lunch or without a dinner. People, they are sharing food, they are sharing crops, they are sharing everything between them. They are completely united, and they are helping each other in their ceremonies, in their weddings. People, they are... See, hello in Tamazight, you can just see Azul. 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 But of course, it's just like the blue color in Spanish, which is Azul. But it's not really Azul, it's just Azul. You have to pronounce the vibrant of Z. Azul. It's just like Salamu Alaikum in Azul. It's just like Salamu Alaikum in the religious way or in Arabic. Of course, if you would like to say thank you, just like Shukran, but here there are people who say Tenemirt. Tenemirt. Of course, if you would like to see, to appreciate someone more than thanking him, you can just see Ayuz. So there is Azul, which is hello, there is Tenemirt, which is thank you, and there is Ayuz, which is to appreciate someone.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello, salam alaikum.
This is the specialty, the pepper whiskey. We make nothing in the head, we pomara la tête.
مختار اي بقيت بدون مختار يكون فما
Thank you, shukran.
Santé. And in our dialect, until LBTB2. Repeat LBTB2. Is new Scooby-Doo. LBTB2, that means what I like for myself, I like it for you. Okay? بالصحة. Different kind of the wool. We have a sheep wool, lamb wool, and camel wool, and we have some carpet, please, made it by cactus. S'il vous plaît, il y a women and a fine French in one side. And horizontal loom, the carpet make it by 2 women and a fine French in both sides. And please, the women who work, we don't have no plan, no schema, just the imagination. You and Nomad, Tuareg, and Bedouin, and each one is different. And now, please, I want to show you some finished carpet. Some carpets made it here, and some carpets work, but we work just 1 hour or 2 hours in the day.
Okay.
Just in the free time. And this one, please, this is a Bedouin carpet. Celui-là, c'est un tapis bédouin. And this carpet just woven and knotted. Ce tapis, s'il vous plaît, seulement, il est ici après noué. And we have some design here. For example, this is a grandmother tattoos. That means if you find the woman make 1 tattoos here and 1 tattoos here, that means marry. And only 1 tattoos here, that means engage. We don't have carpet, please.
So guys, I'm not gonna video everything that he said. He talks so much about these rugs. Obviously, as you can see, they're so high quality. They're made from scratch and they are made from the woman's imagination. So every single one's unique. I do recommend getting one. No one else got one. I did. I didn't get a massive one because I had to, carry it around. And you can get it sent to your home address, but I wasn't too sure. So I bought a little rug, pretty much like 1/4 of the sizes of what you're seeing here. And they wrap it really, really tight. So, it was like half an arm's length that it ended up being. And yeah, they're really, really nice people. So, and I couldn't help myself, and I really couldn't haggle that well either. So if you think 150 is a bit too much, well, let me know. But yeah, that is the rug tour that we had. So next up on the tour, we are heading to a gorgeous gorge. And with a little stop.
There is always water because it's completely nearby the canyons, nearby the spring. Of course, there is a contrast of colors. The green color coming from, green color coming from the green fields, the palm trees, and the yellow. We have also what's called the Via Verrata. Maybe if you are aware of, of the technique. Over there, 2 kilometers away from here, in which nomads of the mountains are still living in. Less than 10 families are still living in traditionally. Inside caves like that one over there, but not really isolated like that one, just between the rocks, the edges of the mountains. And of course, those nomads, they are completely relying on those springs, on those canyons, because that's the source of their life. Of course, nomads of the mountains, they always come down over here. Maybe we can just get a chance to see some. They always bring and here their goats to bring water, and their horses and their, of course, donkeys, in order to fill them with, containers of water. That's their potable, that's their drinkable water. This is where they get the drinkable water.
So that's the end of the tour with Ali. I highly recommend going to see Ali. If there's any chance I can find his details, I'll put a link into this video. But he was so knowledgeable and everything. So very grateful for Ali. Thank you. Right. So after our tour, we head back on the bus and we go to the desert now. So now we're finally getting to the desert, and we are first going to ride some camels to get into the desert. And it's so quick how the landscape starts to change from really rocky to then going into deep golden sand.
Hold on, I'll lean back. Yes?
Yes.
Hold on.
Hold on. Oh my God. Thank you. Shukran.
I film it.
You film it. Okay, so as you can see here, I didn't film because I was really scared. I was scared of dropping my camera, and it's really a bumpy ride. Like when you're on top of the camel, it's not an easy ride at all, especially for the men. But yeah, I made a new friend, Malika from Argentina. We just got on so well, and then after a while we decided to go in the Jeep, and that was an experience, as you're about to see.
Big banana smile.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Another one. That's better, nice.
Breakfast. Okay. At 6.
So, hello. Just a very quick update because I've realised that I'm running out of battery. I'm in the desert and I'm staying in this little tent, and I'm sharing it with a lovely couple from the Netherlands, and yeah, it's good so far. It's really nice to meet lots of people here, so if you do the desert trip, it is worth it with meeting the people. They're all really nice, and all a lot of solo travellers here, so yeah, it's good. We're going to have some dinner soon, so I'm going to try and take some pictures, and yeah, I'll see you soon.
Maybe it's a dinner for her.
We are the other 7 portions.
Africa. Okay, so update. We've had dinner. I didn't eat because it looked like, well, first I didn't tell them until a few hours before that I was vegetarian, so I think they just took the vegetables out and put it in a bowl, and I said no, and they got quite angry about it. And I just think had bread, but I've met some really lovely Netherlands who I'm sharing this tent with tonight, and they've given me some biscuits, so that's okay. I'm not gonna have a shower tonight because I haven't got a towel and it's freezing, so I think I might have one in the morning like yesterday, and then yeah, I think tomorrow I'm looking forward to staying in Riyadh again and just having a nice shower and taking it easy for a few days. So yeah. Okay, I'm in bed now. I've got gloves on, as you can see, and yeah, I'm still wearing my jacket. I'm not gonna have a shower. I'll brave it. I'm feeling like I've put too much pressure on myself to have a good time, and I just don't. And it's fine. Like, I'm having a good time, but the little things, they've started to get to me a little bit. I know that it's temporary, and I know that this is what I keep saying. I know that it's temporary, and tomorrow it's a long journey back, but once I'm back and I get to that Riyadh and I have a shower and I feel fine and everything will be okay. But something I have learned in the process is it's okay to just go with the flow, but before agreeing to anything, just check in with yourself first. I didn't check in with myself, like when he said about the original guy, Ali, said about doing the desert trip. I just didn't even think twice. I was like, yeah, let's go. And although that's okay, see, he was in the mode of selling the trip, like, you know, just before you jump to something, just have a moment before you say yes to something. I'm going to struggle to, I just don't know.